So, y'all might recognize Spaz, and I wanted to come on here and talk to you. This is a very serious and sad story. A few weeks back, we realized that she had slipped in a litter of kittens before I could trap her. She had 4 gorgeous little kittens. Within 3 weeks, she was down to 1. And this morning, I woke up to see her wandering up and down the street, crying, looking for that last kitten. Apparently, she's lost that one now, somewhere along the way. It was healthy. It was a beautiful little female tortie kitten. And polydactyl. She had extra toes. She was so cute. And now it appears that Spaz is very depressed. And I understand why. I mean, I don't think she's ever had a kitten that survived. I haven't known her very long. She showed up kind of out of the blue one day. I think at some point she was somebody's cat, but she's quite skittish at times, and then sometimes very friendly, like she can't decide whether people are okay or not. Normally, I don't get this close to her, but you could just see it in her face. She's very clearly in pain. And she's not the only one. You know, other people in animal welfare and in rescue can normally, under most circumstances, if they're burned out, if they're just wanting to step away or needing to step away, they can just take a break or leave altogether. I can't do that. I don't have the means to do that. The suffering is all around me every day, and I cannot leave because it's my home. So, in fact, there's no escaping it. They're just here. I'm here. It's very difficult to live with. And I made a post today asking, why is it like this? Somebody tell me what the problem is. Like my local vets, I can hardly find anyone to vet these cats. They just tell me, we don't deal with colony cats, we don't deal with community cats, we only deal with family pets. So if these are family pets, you can vet them with us. Otherwise, you're out of luck. I can hardly get TNR appointments. I can't get in until May the 19th. I haven't had a TNR appointment in a month and a half. I can barely get any appointments to fix these cats. And in between appointments, obviously, you know, they mate in between. And there's nothing I can do. Absolutely nothing I can do. If I can catch them, I can do a spay abort and pay extra for it. Yeah. As if it's my fault for not getting them in. I have asked and asked and asked at the one place where I can take these cats to get fixed if they will set me up on a recurring weekly appointment until I get this under control better. They tell me they will help, and then when I ask for an appointment, I get one slot. And that's it. I realize they're overwhelmed just as much as everyone else. I get that. But it shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't be that way. You know, people have mentioned other options. Can you go out of town? Can you, surely within an hour drive, you can find other places to help. Well, that's true. But as you can see, I don't have a vehicle. We are a one vehicle family. And I can't be away all day. So, the answer to that is not really. I've asked for volunteers in my area to transport. No luck. I've asked for volunteers to foster. No luck. There is such apathy here that it literally turns my stomach. It's ridiculous. At this point, I don't even know why I got a nonprofit. And it's really sad because I really thought it would be more supported. I really thought that this would go better. And here I am. Still the same struggles, still the same answers that are not answers. Nothing changed. Literally, nothing changed. I can't even get my local Tractor Supply to take the taxes off on the pelletized pine litter that I use. I can't. It's ridiculous. It's a 501c3. Why am I still having to pay tax on that? It's not a lot of money, but still, it's the principle of the thing. Why do I have the nonprofit then? I'm at my wit's end. And honestly, I know y'all haven't seen a video from me for a while. It's been a hot minute since I made one, and I think the last one was how I love these cats. And that doesn't change. I always love these cats, to the detriment of my own physical, emotional, and mental health. Because, like I said, I can't leave. And, the spiraling is hard to fight. And I've been really, really down. Really down. If I was somebody else, I could get away from it, but I can't. There is no option. I can't escape just the same as they can't. We're trapped here together in this hell. I don't want to be here, and they don't want to be here. But we can't leave. And that's the reason for the lack of videos. And I apologize for that. I know I said I would do more introductory videos of each cat and all sorts of things, but it's hard to want to do that, to want to move on, to want to carry on, to have the drive to keep going when you can't even stand how your life is going. And all you wish for is, to get away. No, I wouldn't leave them behind. I would take them with me if I moved, if I was able to get away. But, there is no opportunity for that. We don't have that sort of money. So, yeah, it's just laying in the driveway on his back. What a weirdo. That's Mango. Anyway, I don't know. I don't mean to rant. I don't mean to, complain. I'm sure a lot of people don't understand. But I just wanted to give the explanation as to why you don't see videos on the channel as often as you should, and why there are occasionally negative posts and things. It's kind of hard to not say those things and be angry and be upset. Yeah. So, anyway, I don't know what's going to happen with Can. I may close it down and just go back to doing it by myself, because what's the point? There's really very little support on a local level, and the channel hasn't really grown. So, I mean, it's grown, but very, very slowly. And unfortunately, we don't really, even though we are a nonprofit and donations are a tax write-off and that sort of thing, and yeah, we just don't get the kind of donations we need to keep going. We only have a couple of regular donors. So, and I'm not shaming or blaming. I'm just saying that I feel that there is very little point in continuing it, and it's almost demeaning and hurtful, because here we are, and yet I can turn on any other channel and they have any other channel for for cats that do this sort of thing. Let me think of one in my state. Well, the folks at Sunshine Pines. I love them. I love their mission. They have done wonderful things for the colony cats left at their property. Sunshine Pines is located here in Arkansas, and on the other side of Arkansas, but still in Arkansas. And they are doing a lot of good work. However, their outcome is far different than mine, just on the opposite side of the state. For one, they don't live in city limits, so they can, film the cats that they care for and show them without fear of, problems with, say, animal control or that sort of thing. They don't have to worry about someone coming and taking them away to face death just because they live outside or whatever. They are able to take them inside because, again, they don't live in city limits, so they can take inside as many cats as their wallet can care for, which is subsidized and helped along by donors because they are a nonprofit. And that is the way it should be. That is perfectly within the bounds and within reason. They are a good example of people helping and people helping people, and being able to reach their goals. I don't have that opportunity here. I can't take these inside and keep them all safe. I can't pay for spays and neuters and get appointments and so on and so forth, like I said, because they are not becoming pets. They are, I call them working cats, but the title doesn't matter because vets just see them as strays and ferals or whatever they want to call them in their little practice or whatever, and they won't treat them. So I know it seems all over the place, but I'm just trying to illustrate the good uh, that other people have versus the little I have to work with and why it is this way. Um, I can't take them in because of the laws here. I am within a city limit, so I cannot just take them inside and take care of them like I would like to. There's shrimp fried rice, everyone. Um, you know, I am very limited in what I can do because of the way things are, where I am located, and because I don't have the support that other nonprofits have. So what is the next step? What would you do? You know, tell me in the comments what you would do. Because I honestly don't know what the answer is. And I honestly don't know how to go forward. How to go forward when I have to watch all the time. This situation plays out time and time again. And every time there is a loss, she lost her whole family. She loved those babies. She especially loved this last little baby that she's now lost somewhere. It breaks her heart. It breaks my heart to have to watch over and over and over. I don't know how to go forward. I just don't know what to do. And frankly, if things don't get better, I don't want to do it anymore. I don't know if I can. Well, thanks for listening.